Hello primates and welcome to the edited version of our recent community calls. The first one took place on the 23rd of October and the second one took place on the 28th of October. So I've been through and I've edited the Twitter Spaces, so it's removed all the silent sections and any information that's no longer relevant, so it's a much easier listen. So without further ado, smash that like button for us, and up first is the community call from the 23rd of October.
Welcome everyone. I will start talking about the last few months, what we have been doing, and a lot of things that will help you understand our next steps and our roadmap. And I'm really happy to share with you some of the changes that we are going to do. As you can see, we have been silent the last 2 months, preparing everything. Probably some of you already noticed that the market makers stop, we remove all the liquidity, and few more things that you can notice on chain. First of all, we are doing a relaunch of our protocol, of our project. Prime Numbers Labs will remain the same after a lot of meetings discussing what will be the new name, Prime Finance Labs, Prime Numbers Labs. Yesterday night, unexpected, we decided to go ahead with our brand, with Prime Numbers Labs, and continue with this. About Prime Finance will be Prime Fi, easy to remember, and more brandable than Prime Finance. Prime Port will remain the same. The staking will be Prime Staking. The most important is that Prime Numbers token will be a new token, will be Prime Fi token. So why the new token? PRFI is going to be the new token. It's an OFT standard. We needed to do the migration of the token 100%. So we go ahead and we decided to do that change because it will open to us a lot of doors. Don't panic. Nothing changed for the community. Is even better. Everything for everyone. The last 2 months, we will be closing really big partners. I'm not allowed to say the names. But we are really, really excited with them. PrimeFi is our omni-chain liquidity protocol. It's built using Layer 0 Stargate and Chainlink. Will be one of the first to offer omni-chain liquidity. When I say omni-chain, I mean that you can lend assets and borrow on another asset. On another chain, sorry. This is really big, solve the problems of fragmentation liquidity, and with our partners, we will be able to reach the goal. More things. PrimePort will become also omni-chain, being one of the first to become totally omni-chain. The PRNT NFTs will become omni-chain too, so you will decide which chain you will use for your NFT, so it's up to you. We deploy formulas for the rewards that will calculate automatically, depends on the network and everything, the amount of rewards that you are going to generate. More things being built on Layer 0 opens the doors to us to integrate a lot of different protocols with us. As is part of our marketing strategy, I'm not able to share the names now. We have a full marketing plan. Also, I want to say that we are racing with a new token, and we are going to spend 2 million in marketing. We have new exchanges. We are going to use a big marketing campaign to be able to reach all of our objectives. It's a lot of information. We will be doing announcements this week, the week after this one. We will update the website. We will update the documentation. We are going to be updating everything. But today is the day 0 of our new life, if we can say it. About the token, you don't need to worry. We will do announcements. You will have a lot of time to withdraw from exchanges because we are going to do a delist of the PRNT token, and we will list on new exchanges after the TGE. The TGE will be this year. As part of our marketing strategy, we will choose the exact time to do the TGE. Also, it's a big opportunity to do this new token because new partners and investors will join our journey, and it will be easy for us to get better deals and better integrations. More things I want to say. Prime Numbers Labs is right now 20 employees full time. You can imagine how big is the company. We are really excited with this new step in our way because meanwhile we were on XDC. Now XDC is getting so much better. I'm taking care of doing that on XDC. But meanwhile, XDC is not integrated on layer 0. It's not the place to grow, but it will be the place to grow in the future. So I'm not saying that we are leaving XDC network. We are waiting for them to integrate them in the future. But more or less is the things that I want to tell you. As part of our roadmap, we will have this year the migration, the omni-chain support, the marketing strategy. We are going to release also the new staking interface on the new branding. We are going to release also the balls and the liquid staking NFTs. It's going to be a really funny final part of the year. About the tokenomics, new tokenomics are being built right now. Don't worry about it. As soon we are close to the migration, we will release all the information, and when you get more documentation and more data, you will fully understand how everything is going to work on this new part of our company. From the team side, we will be preparing everything to you for our dear community. Thank you so much for listening today, and we are really excited about the future of the company and our community and everything. Finally, after a long travel, 3 years already, 3 years on crypto is a lot of time. We are close to become a I don't want to say to join the big ones, but we are going to try to fight with the big ones. News about Prime 5. Probably someone is expecting news about that. Yesterday, we did the final release of the testnet. We are going to push to the testnet. To the public testnet today. So everyone will be able to try the final version of the testnet, and we will start with incentives on the testnet really soon as our marketing campaign will start. So thank you so much, everyone. Keep following us to see the latest news. I hope you will continue with us in this new era of Prime Numbers Labs. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the first community call, and then a few days later we had the second community call on the 28th of October, so here comes that one.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a new community call. Last week we announced our plans to replace the PRNT token and all the development that we are about to release. Today, we will explain and give you all the information about the changes that we are going to do. First of all, we are replacing PRNT with PRFI. So as we prepare to launch our lending and borrowing protocol, we wanted a name that reflects the significance of what we are building. And Prime 5 is a lending and borrowing protocol built on layer 0. So we need to migrate the token to layer 0 to be an OFTS standard. Being an OFTS standard means that XDC right now is not integrated. So we need to do a migration 100% to this new OFTS standard. We hadn't decided yet the new blockchain that we are going to deploy the new token. but it's an amazing change here. So about the prime numbers last situation, the company, everything, we started as a scholarship project a few years ago. We did the fundraising to be a type of staking. Finally, we developed an NFT marketplace. We developed a lending and borrowing protocol, but we take the decision to don't deploy on XDC 1 year ago, the lending and borrowing protocol, because releasing a lending and borrowing protocol on a chain that don't have any TVL will make your protocol die or your project die. Since 1 year ago, I'm doing self-fund of everything on the company. We are 21 employees, so you can imagine all the expenses. But everything goes well. We finalized all the development of the protocols, and now it's time to do marketing. The last month we closed some partnerships. We had a lot of meetings with different people, and we need more than 200,000 that I will put for a marketing campaign. We need to spend at least 2 million on that marketing to make sure that the lending and borrowing protocol that we build will work. We will do audit with Open Zeppelin. We need to do a proper go-to-marketing. There is a lot of things and a lot of expenses. So we decided to change the token, and we can say that it's a new project. We can say that Prime Numbers Labs is not a scholarship or staking or a small project on XDC. Is growing, is going to the mainstream blockchains using layer 0 that allows you to be omni-chain and be everywhere. So we need a proper fundraising and a proper plan to be able to reach, the top 100 or top 50 market cap. We were talking with Alex from Simplicity. Alex is a crypto tokenomic expert. One of the things that he is really good. And we hired Alex to help us creating a new tokenomics that we are going to introduce to all of you today. So Alex, if you can do a small introduction about you, will be amazing.
Sure. Pleasure to meet everyone. I'm Alex, co-founder of Simplicity Group. I'll keep it nice and short. Studied economics in university, moved on to work at Coin Bureau, then to a crypto VC. That's where we realized with my co-founder that most people don't understand what they're doing when it comes to tokenomics because they don't have an economics background, or they might have an economics background but they're very traditional in their ways. So we had a very good kind of mix of both worlds, and we started Simplicity Group 2 years ago to basically design tokenomics grounded in economics. We've worked on over 100 clients, designed over 40 or maybe even 50 economies at this point. We do designs, audits, modeling, advisory. My clients have raised more than $100 million, with our token economies. So we work very closely with a lot of VCs, launchpads, market makers, exchanges, lawyers, and everyone in between to really design something that works fundamentally, but also that everyone will be happy with. Incentives are aligned, people can fundraise, etc., etc. We also have other parts of the business, like a research arm and a syndicate arm, but that's not really too relevant here, I guess.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alex. So I will announce the new token and the new tokenomics. You will be able to explain some of the changes that we did. The new token will have a total supply of 100 million, so it's 10 times the current supply. We will keep most of the current allocations. We will have seed sale, public team, ecosystem development, the current community, thinking rewards, LP incentives. We will have airdrops to incentive the ecosystem users, and we will have also a part of liquidity as multiple pools that we are going to have. About the ratio for the current token holders is going to be 1 to 5. So you can see that will be like a 50% dilution. However, since we are doing a new fundraising, something that is really amazing, we are not a small product anymore. We are doing a fundraising, and the valuation of the fundraising of the seed will be a 35 million pool valuation. and then we will do the release at 50 million field diluted valuation. So, Alex, probably you can explain. Meanwhile, I will share an image of the tokenomics on Telegram. Maybe you can explain why it's good to do these changes on a new protocol that you are releasing.
I mean, I guess I can start off with the changes for the existing community. Before the token got taken off, like the old token got taken off exchanges, the community owned about 43% of the circulating supply. So in these new tokenomics, the community in tokens does get half as many tokens as they had before. So the allocation currently is 21.5%. However, the valuation is obviously 5 times what it used to be on the old token. So the liquidity got pulled at 10 million, whereas now the token is launching at 50 million. So there is a balance there. And there is also, as you mentioned earlier, a small unlocked amount for TGE, 5%, which will go towards an airdrop, just so people can cash out some tokens, straight away. In terms of the tokenomics, the community has a 3-month glyph and a 12-month vesting. But with prime numbers, obviously you guys are a DeFi project and you want to be community focused. So we've decided to add in a KPI for this glyph. So currently it is a 3-month glyph. However, if the token price is above the listing price, so above 50 cents, then the glyph goes away. And that way the community will have the same vesting schedule as investors, basically, of 12 months. Now, even then, the vesting is still very short, and it allows the community to exit into a bull market. And if users want to invest into prime numbers again, then they can do so via the launchpad raise, so the public round, which has a 4-month vesting that will happen a bit later on. And if you want, I can go into the rest of the tokenomics and explain that a bit more.
Sure.
Yeah, perfect. So, let's start off with the investors. The investors have no cliff and a 12-month vesting. And, fundamentally, prime numbers have to make it appealing to VCs, right, that want to invest. The delta between the public valuation and the seed valuation is only 1.43x, which basically means that investors only have, about a 40% discount from the public round. And because of that, they need to have better vesting schedules, which is why they have 0 months cliff and a 12-month vesting and 10% at TGE. Moreover, otherwise, if you will, the sell pressure from the community tokens would have just been a bit too high, and VCs would very unlikely be interested in investing. That's why there is the 3-month cliff for existing holders. But again, the cliff goes away if the token price is above listing, which, is a very community orientated aspect here. And I think the incentives are aligned between community holders, investors, prime numbers, and everyone in between. So it's quite an innovative KPI. Personally, we've never seen it done before, but it's quite easy to implement, to be honest. And we just think in this particular case, it'd be very good. Fundamentally, as you guys mentioned earlier, prime numbers does need to raise capital. It needs to raise about $5 million. And that is what you're raising, right? The public round raise will go primarily entirely on liquidity. So what you guys are keeping is only 4.9 million. And, in order to do that and keep the allocations to investors low at 14% instead of, 25 or 30%, obviously the valuations have to be what they are. Now, in terms of the rest of the tokenomics, the team has 3%, a tiny amount compared to the usual 15 to 20% that team and advisors and so on have for normal projects. Again, reflecting the fact that the team is really putting the community first here. Beyond that, the rest of the tokens are just reward tokens, like for either staking rewards or LP incentives or an even bigger airdrop, a proper airdrop tranche, if you will, with bi-yearly unlocks. So Prime Numbers is planning to do some seasons for the airdrop, if you will. And 21% going to the ecosystem development, which will be used for, again, more incentives, more rewards. And all of this is done to, in essence, allow Prime Numbers to fundraise what they need to fundraise by making the vesting and so on appealing enough to investors, whilst not jeopardizing the community, whilst being able to have a much longer runway and reinvest into the token so they can keep going higher and higher. So yeah, I think from my side, to be honest, it's basically everything.
Yeah, Alex, absolutely. Thank you so much for the explanation on all the tokenomics. You are really helpful for us, and thank you so much for all the work that you put on this. So we are always innovating that KPI will help the current community to don't have a cliff at all, because the circulating supply at the really beginning will be really low, and if everything goes good, the KPI will be above the 0.5, so will help. I don't know if someone from the community have questions for Alex. If not, I will start to explain the migration and how it will be.
Just before the questions, I do want to say that obviously you guys haven't yet gone to investors, at least from our side. So just for the rest of the community, the tokenomics are as final as they can be. And I mean, from my side, and even just from Simplicity Group side, we never really had any investor look at our tokenomics and then decide that something is a problem. Maybe they might want slightly shorter vestings, maybe they might want slightly shorter cliffs, whatever it is. But generally speaking, the investors are always happy with the tokenomics that we design. But that being said, there is a chance, obviously, that these tokenomics can change. Again, prime numbers, and out of all the clients that we worked with, prime numbers so far has been one of the most community-orientated clients, and they really didn't want to jeopardize anything, no matter how much I wanted to make this even more appealing to VCs. But that being said, obviously, things might change a little bit, but even if they do, things will still, the community is still the very great focus here. And obviously, we're here with prime numbers in case any VCs do want to change something in a detrimental way, to basically tell the VCs to, mathematically show them why they're making a bad decision. So things might change, but if they do, it'll be minor, and the community will still be at the forefront of the focus.
Yeah, absolutely. The community is always the first. Everyone that is on prime numbers knows about it. Transparency is my top one priority always, and be focused on the community. At the end of the day, you are where you are thanks to your community. I don't know if someone have questions for you. You can write on Telegram on request to be on a speaker. We will give 1 minute for the questions, and if not, we will move to the migration process. So thank you so much, Alex. No questions. You explained everything so good. Oh yeah, you have one just now. Explain the 1 to 5 value. I mean the dilution.
Yeah, so the liquidity from the token was pulled at a $10 million fully diluted valuation, and this one is launching at $50 million fully diluted valuation. Yeah, that's what I mean by a 5x. So if you had $100 worth of the token before, you'll now have $250 worth of the token. And the reason why is because you have the holding, again, going to existing holders, is cut in half from 43% of the total supply down to 21.5. So if 43% of the circulating supply on the old token was owned by the community, so that's going down to 21.5. However, the valuation is increasing by 5x. So instead of being at 10 million valuation, fully diluted valuation, so a token price of whatever it was, like 10 cents or whatever, let's just say, it will now be 50 million valuation. So the token price of 50 cents. So it increases by 2.5 for you guys. So if you had $100, you now have $250, basically.
Yeah, amazing. So basically, it's because you gain value on paid with the USDT or stable coins, and yeah, exactly the thing that you are saying on Telegram. Yeah, absolutely not losing money, but project becomes at higher valuation.
So yeah, I guess if anyone else has any other questions, I'm in the prime numbers chat. So if people want to at me, feel free. And obviously, Arturo, and Victor, if I miss a message, then feel free to share it in our internal group, and I'll give you guys an answer. But yeah, I guess if no one else has any other questions, then I might pop off and let you guys chat about the migration.
Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you, really, thank you.
Perfect. No worries, pleasure, gents. And yeah, have a good day, everyone.
So now we can proceed with how the migration will be and what are the options of migrating the token. We will have two different ways of migrating the tokens. The first one is holding the PRNT on a wallet. So you will need to withdraw everything from exchanges and hold everything on a wallet, because we will do a snapshot. The other one is holding everything, or not everything. I mean, you can use both strategies on inside an NFT if you are an NFT holder. There is going to be two differences here. If you hold PRNT on the wallet, we will take a snapshot, and then you will start the vesting on the new token with a 12 months vesting, linear vesting. Okay, then the other way, you hold into an NFT, and then you will have 12 months cliff. So you are not going to be able to withdraw tokens under the amount that you are migrating, but you will be able to withdraw rewards. So rewards are really high, in my opinion, in the staking part. So it can be more interesting to have an NFT full of PRNT and then just withdraw the rewards that are free to withdraw. But yeah, you will have two options. First one with the token, and second one with the NFT. With the token, 12-month vesting, linear vesting, and with the NFT, 12-month cliff. But you can withdraw rewards. That's about the migration.
So if I'm getting this right, Arturo, that means actually it's not an or question. It's not this option or that option, but it's an and. You basically give two different options, and the people can choose themselves what they want to do.
Yeah, even they can use
That's
both options. Let's say you have 1,000 PRNT.
combination.
Yeah, you can combine.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we want to give all the possibilities to the community. And about the timings, it will happen in November, probably at the end, because right now we are talking with different networks. We want to be the first on Monad, but we are still choosing which one is going to be the first network that we are going to be deployed. But since we are on layer 0, really easy. I mean, doesn't matter if the first network is, for example, I don't know, Base, because really fast we will start to integrate other blockchains. And since again is built on layer 0, you can move your NFTs or your tokens to the other chain in seconds. So you will decide what blockchain are you going to be using.
So the community gets to vote which layer 0 enabled chains that we move to,
So
and that we
yeah, the first blockchain is going to be probably the most important part, because it's where you are going to start the vesting, and is where you will be able to claim your tokens in that blockchain. But after you claim the tokens, you can move free across the chains that will be integrated.
Yeah, so this is basically the base chain, which the project will strategically choose. But after that, the community gets a say in where we move next, which is really easy because it's layer 0 enabled.
Yeah,
And we can just, of course, we have to do work for each chain and deployments and things like that. But it's all much easier than it was before, right?
exactly. You know, being developed, I mean, deployed on high liquid chains opens to you the doors to have more opportunities. Say that, I want to say that XDC is working to get integrated there, and we will integrate XDC when XDC is ready. By the way, we will do posts this week, also next week, and like every day about how everything is going to be. We already updated the white paper. We will be doing more publications on the white paper, so you can go and read all the changes. By the way, on the white paper, you already have the tokenomics. Will NFT be able to transfer without withdraw tokens? Yeah, exactly. It's the two different options that I mean. You will transfer an NFT with the tokens inside, or you can just transfer the PRFI. More questions, or I will jump to the next part with the dates about Prime 5, all of this. About Prime 5 testnet, Prime 5 white paper, Prime 5 testnet incentives, the new token release, Prime 5 mainnet. Let's start for the Prime 5 testnet. I think 2 days ago, we released the final testnet. Now you can bridge across networks. You can test everything that is going to be on the mainnet. We successfully integrate Base testnet, Arbitrum testnet, and also a Binance testnet. You can try everything already. About the Prime 5 white paper, we are going to release it this week. We are doing so minimal changes, and then we are going to publish it to everyone. So this week, you will have all the documentation about everything, the migration, the white papers, everything. So you can spend a lot of time reading. The best part about prime finance, I mean, one of the best parts for sure, is the educational part that we are going to have. We aim to have everything ready to use. We are going to have an educational platform about how to use lending and borrowing protocols and DeFi. About the testnet incentives, we are going to release it next month. This week, we will say when it's going to start and how it will be. So there is a lot of things happening this month. I mean, this week. About the token launch, I don't want to say 100%, but it's going to be on November. But we need to check with exchanges and also investors. But we will do the listing on a tier 1. When I say tier 1, I mean Bybit or KuCoin or BitGet. A current tier 1, not a small exchange. Because when you have a new token, you have the first listing advantage. So we will go directly to a tier 1. It's going to be the first listing. And about the Prime 5 mainnet will be after the token release. But everything is developed already. Now we will take time updating everything. The new staking platform is coming with the liquid staking. About the XDC NFTs will remain on XDC blockchain. Is the part of Prime Numbers Lab that will remain on XDC. The XDC NFTs will remain on XDC. From my side, that's everything. I'm going to say something more, but I will wait a few seconds for more questions. So a final quote about situation and everything that happens on the last 3 years. Again, we did a small fundraising for a totally different protocol. We developed an NFT marketplace that is the biggest on XDC. We developed the first lending and borrowing protocol that we didn't release. Then I'm doing send fund of everything. And now that we want to grow even more, because we are ready and we are on the point of moving to the next step, we take that decision. That will be the really best for everyone. So I want to say thank you to everyone. I hope you will continue with us in these next steps. Let's prepare for the things that are coming. Bull market is almost here. We are with all the products ready, and it's time to make people aware about us.
Hi, Arturo.
Hello.
Okay, I would like to add a few things just because there are people who maybe are misunderstanding things. The 20% withdrawal fee right now is working. So if you want to withdraw below the maximum level, you will get this 20% fee on any amount you want to withdraw. If you can get surplus because you have more tokens than the max level, there is no fee for the get surplus action. But what Arturo was trying to say is that if you want to migrate your tokens with your NFT, you will have a 12-month lock period. You will not be able to withdraw because there will be staked locked into a smart contract, but you will be able to earn rewards. That's the thing. Those rewards will be able to, I mean, if you want to get surplus, there will be no problem.
So that's it. Let's continue the chatting on Telegram. We'll be publishing all the information. And thank you so much to everyone. See you in the next meeting.
Okay, there you have it. That was the 2 community calls from the end of October. So I hope you enjoyed listening to the edited version, which is a much easier listen, I think. And lastly, just make sure you're following us on social media to stay up to date with everything that's happening in the Prime Numbers ecosystem. All our social media can be found on the screen right now.